Lighting's kind of poop. That's okay. What's going on, you guys? Dark Student here. Don't read too far into that. Today we're going to be testing a stratagem that I have come up with. For those who don't know, I like to play Piccolo. It is quite common for him to be defined, for lack of a better term, by his more to be desired neutral game, as this been me to Oblivion from. I propose a solution. He's known for not having very good full screen presence. Honestly, some would even go as far to say this is his greatest weakness, not having full screen presence. But then I give you this. 22 frame startup goes full screen, beats beams. Beats beams. So what's the problem with this strategy? Shooting people. One reaction, as they would say. As the young bucks would say these things, right? Well, that's the biggest problem right there. The fact that you can almost always save yourself. And there are very few moves in the game that you can't cancel with a vanish. Not to mention the other problem with using special beam cannon. And this one's even fun. Just jump away. What is it doing? Not only could you just jump away, you could super dash and on react. I wish there was a move, some type of special move that could still beat beams. And wow, that would be crazy if it also beat jump. And also could not lose to vanish. Damn, that would be a hell of a move, right? It would be a hell of a move if you could just beat all of those things. It would be like homing energy blast, but on steroids. Because not only is it chasing you, it's locking you down, and it beats everything that tells Piccolo he has bad neutral in this game. Oh wait, what is that? Another special move on Piccolo's special move list? What is this? What is this?
There's no escape.
You can't use that in neutral though. 25 frame startup, that's pretty quick. These jump, you can't jump away from it. It's plus 122. Oh, but you could totally vanish that on reaction. That's not real. You could totally vanish that on reaction. Yeah, that's not real at all, man. That's not real. But does it beat beams? Oh wow, it doesn't even beat beams. I sure wish I could use this move safely, because it seems like if my opponent doesn't do anything to hit me, it's the best thing in the world, right? If only there was something that could cover the Hell Zone attempt. If only. 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 Okay. Come on. So what if you can vanish it on reaction? So what? That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. I'll just hit him. You know, I'll just be close to him. I'll use somebody like Vegeta.
Here goes.
And I'll start 5-in. I just won't give him the chance to. If that only works from far away. If I'm close up, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, right? The point that I'm trying to make here, Vegeta 5-in, it's pretty hard to do this right now, but believe me,
There's no escape.
it actually does. So you guys, I found this strategy. Let's go to the wiki. Break this down. 21's barrier activates on frame 9. Vegito's 5M is 9 frames. Bardock's Larry full screen is 9 frames. A lot of the moves that can hit you as fast as they can are around 9 to 6 frames, Bardock being the fastest. So, the biggest thing is, if our opponent commits to literally anything, Hellzone is one of the best whip punishes in the game. The best way to save yourself from getting whip punished in this game is by using a vanish. The barrier covers the vanish. Not only does it protect us from the vanish, it also protects us so fast that we can pop this off in neutral. What ends up happening, what we're going to showcase, our strategy is going to be to do this. And we're going to use Hellzone Grenade to be a plus 112. And we're going to run up regardless of anywhere they are on screen. It doesn't matter where they are on screen. They're gonna get locked down. Doesn't matter if they're in air. Doesn't matter if they're on the ground. Doesn't matter if they're on wake up. Anywhere they are.
There's no escape.
We're gonna do that. It's the best beam in the game. Using a beam assist can miss. The Hellzone can't miss. I literally think this is one of the best neutral setups I've ever seen in all of my years of playing Dragon Ball. The only thing that beats this setup, you have to hit Piccolo before the special beam goes off. This thing only loses to supers and sparking blasts. Not only are we picking Piccolo back up, he's the basis of our strategy, as he's always been. As long as this barrier, we have the meter to use Hellzone, which means we need to bring in Piccolo after we win the point war, or we can't bring him in. The way that I have it set up now, I'm running it the same team, the same way. Broly's on mid to protect us just in case our point character dies. Piccolo's on anchor so we can bring him in and run Oki on people. That's always been the basis of the strategy. But it's always been a drop-off. I would win the point war, and then I would feel this massive drop-off because Piccolo couldn't threaten anything in neutral. That has now changed. Not only can we threaten in neutral, we win it from round start. We're automatically inside of a block string. I'm more worried about hitting them too quick and not having enough meter to kill them than I am about actually winning neutral. And that is amazing. I've never been in this position with Piccolo. Never. It's always been the other way around. Out of nowhere, I literally just woke up one morning and all of a sudden, my problems have swapped. Now I'm thinking about how do I win the point war every single time? How do I make sure we get into this situation every single time? I went around and I played every single Oki character in this game, and they all have to win neutral, and normally their tools are a bit weaker to do so. I have an auto-win neutral setup with a character who's designed to not be as good in neutral without using all of his tools. And not only that, he's the most consistent Oki character in this game. He gets it from every single touch. He can knock you down into it from any kind of touch. And he can also use Hellzone to extend his combos to make sure he gets to the corner, so he's always in his win condition. This is the most consistent Oki character in the game, and I figured out how to win neutral. But don't hear it from me. Let's go see it. We just gotta win neutral with one of the best characters in the game. How hard can it be? It doesn't even matter if we use his assist because we can always bring Piccolo in on Oki. That's one of the strengths of Piccolo and Broly, that he can always keep on in. At this point, I'm thinking about risk reward. Is it worth bringing in Piccolo so early than him not having enough meter to use Hellzone? Our problems have changed. It's about timing and when to do what action, not struggling, running around trying to tie people, all of these inconsistencies. And it's not like we can't still do that. As a matter of fact, it's so much more likely for us to attempt to try to do that these days because there's a reason for them to be afraid of it. Look at that in one neutral. No time. Let's try it out. We won neutral. Got a little scrambly with the game plan. Keep blocking. These guys are better.
How do you like it?
For those who don't know, you can do it during every single time you try it.
There's no escape. Hell's grenade! I'll show you my full power! Try this There's no escape. Hell's grenade! There's no escape. Hell's grenade! Alright.
Did y'all see that Nappa mix? Did you see me dancing left, right? Because he jumped like an... Not an idiot. No one's an idiot. That was just very not wise of them to jump in the air and let me dance left, right under them. They got mixed. He got hit and the game was over. There was no time for Spark. I don't even know he had Spark. It didn't matter if he did. That was literally the strategy. Like, I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. There are only a few characters who can punish it in a jumping position. You have to be grounded. And only a couple of characters can even use a super to punish him while they're grounded. It's matchup knowledge. And I made the strategy so I know who can beat it. I need to test this in a tournament setting. But if it looks anything the way that last game just looked, not only is this a strategy, this is an Evo winning strategy. And the crazy part about it, it's the same damn team I ran. I guarantee you, if I had this already cooked up before Evo, I don't know if I would have lost. Ain't nobody ready for this, man. Gogeta's Lariat loses to this. Gogeta's Kamehameha loses to this. Vegito loses to this. 21 loses to this. They all lose to this. I'm using a super. It doesn't matter what you negate. We're not playing the same game anymore. We're playing a different game. And either you get up or you lose up. Wake up or get out. And it's just that simple. The hardest part of this is I have to win the point war. I have to build meter for Piccolo to spin on winning neutral. And I also need enough meter to kill when he gets a touch from that setup. I want them to only see it once. I don't want them to see it more than once. I want them to see it once, and I want that character to be in a guest per game situation. I want to see sparks flying. But people like to spin it early. And it's not like we still don't have 21 on the team to debuff people later in the game. Because the debuff is best. It is best when there are 2 or less characters on a team. Because you're directly hindering their DHC damage. She's the only character in the game who affects other characters' minimum damage. That is unheard of. No one is touching people's minimum damage. No one. Oh, I get chills, man. Because it works. And it's effective. I need to see somebody who knows how to adapt to this. Because I guarantee you, I don't care who you put on the screen against me. If we get that far in the strategy, no one has an answer. Especially the first time they see it. We have an old saying for people who used to play Xenoverse back in the day. Yeah, I'm talking about Xenoverse. The first Super God Fist is free. No one ever blocks it the first time. That's something you need to look for. Because they're willing to use it. No one will be prepared for this. And just so you know, for when people do start labbing how to fight this strategy, Piccolo's moving, he's free the whole time. So guard cancel doesn't work. Guard cancel vanish doesn't work. Tagging doesn't work. Reflect is literally your best option. And if you jump, you forfeit that. Which is forcing people to play grounded in Dragon Ball. I don't think I've seen something this strong since Snap. And even with Snap, no one was dying in the next touch. I'll give it to you. Piccolo goes in meter penalty when he uses Hell's Ring. So he doesn't get it immediately. He needs to already have some meter built up. But that's the whole job of the point character, is to do that. Of course, this needs more testing, and I need to play it. I need to play it right. I need to win the point war. And that is way easier said than done. There are some very strong characters in this game. And they have some very strong options. There are some very strong assists that you're all looking out for. I'm using 21, which is a big plus, but I only have Piccolo assists. I only have Broly assists to fight all of that. Luckily for me, Broly assist does beat projectiles, We can beat Vegito. Piccolo is 2 assists and 1 call, and it is the best pressure assist in the game. No other assist in the game has 2 projectiles coming out outside of Beerus. And Beerus's is inconsistent in comparison to the way Piccolo does it. They do it in different ways, I should say. I think this is the strategy. I think this is the strongest Oki strategy I've ever seen. Orb Oki is not as strong as Gotenks' Oki. It's not as strong as Zamasu's Blaze of Judgment. But he does have Hellzone too. And when you boil down, I've been playing the other Oki characters, so I have a way deeper understanding of this. Regardless of what you put down, Reflect is always a thing. And even Nappa, the best character in the game when it comes to skipping over the Okazeme and going directly into a mix-up situation, even Nappa has to look out for Reflect. That's why he likes to do mid-screen Cyberman setups, because he can beat Reflect. And Piccolo can steal the corner. So in theory, he can do it too. He can set up the same situation. Zamasu can't steal the corner. Gotenks can't steal the corner. Even Nappa can't steal the corner outside of using a vanish. Piccolo can steal the corner during his Oki without spinning meter. The potential is there for him to be the best. And with this strategy, the downsides is that he only has 1 assist, and it's Broly assist. But Broly assist gives him everything he needs. His damage does fall off, though. But that shouldn't be a problem if you have meter, which is why he's put in a position. All of these weaknesses are accounted for. And if you snap in Piccolo early, now let's start talking about like some late game. People are acknowledging this and they're starting to try to target this strategy, right? Even if you snap in Piccolo early, it's Piccolo. Who cares? I still have 21 and Broly in the back. You try to snap in Broly to get rid of the DHC synergy. That hurts. Broly's probably the best character to snap in. But it's still Broly. He still has his barrier. At this point, he would still have Spark. But let's assume he's getting snapped in without Spark. That's probably the correct thing to do, is to snap in Broly as soon as possible and try to kill him. Because he's a keystone of the team. But he's also the designated anchor of the team. So I'm prepared to fight with him solo. I really don't see holes in this strategy, man. I don't. It's the amalgamation of everything I've worked up towards since starting to play this game. I've talked a lot about Checkmate, and I was even playing it out with other characters and such. Getting mix-ups from single touches and converting that into another situation, but Reflect is always a thing. All of the defensive system mechanics are always in play. And winning neutral with some of these characters. Zamasu has some good neutral. Gotenks has some pretty good neutral. But Piccolo is skipping it when these conditions are met. So there's just a massive difference. It's so consistent at winning neutral. There's almost not even an interaction happening. And that's something I can't say for the other 2 characters. It's just so ironic that it's him. Yeah, but that's it for me, you guys. This is the next step. And we're just pushing the strategy. We're pushing winning the point war. We're optimizing the hit we get off of Oki. It's finally becoming clear. And this was what was missing. The missing piece. Checkmate. Thank you guys for watching.
We're never done learning. It's never over.